Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Imelda Puspitasari. I'm student at IKIP Siliwangi. Now, I'm in semester 2. I made this video to fulfill a pronunciation practice project assignment. I will read the text of the Tangkuban Parahu legend and explain the pronunciation of some of the words I use. Once upon a time in West Java, Indonesia, lived a wise king who had a beautiful daughter. Her name was Dayang Sumbi. She liked weaving very much. Once she was weaving a cloth when one of her toes fell to the ground. She was very tired at the time, so she was too lazy to take it. Then she just shouted out loud, "Anybody there? Bring me my tool. I will give you special present. If you are female, I will consider you as my sister. If you are male, I will marry you." Suddenly, a male dog, its name was Tumang, came. He brought her the felling tool. Dayang Sumbi was very surprised. She regretted her words, but she could not deny it. So she had to marry Tumang and leave her father. Then they lived in the small village. Several months later, they had a son. His name was Sangkuriang. He was a handsome and healthy boy. Sangkuriang liked hunting very much. He often went hunting to the wood using his arrow. When he went hunting, Tumang always with him. In the past there were many deer in Java, so Sangkuriang often hunted for deer. One day, Dayang Sumbi wanted to have deer's heart, so she asked Sangkuriang to hunt for a deer. Then Sangkuriang went to the wood with his arrow and his faithful dog Tumang. But after Sangkuriang was exhausted and despaired, he did not want to disappoint her mother, so he killed Tumang. He did not know that Tumang was his father. At home, he gave Tumang's heart to her mother, but Dayang Sumbi knew that it was Tumang's heart. She was so angry that she could not control her emotion. She hit Sangkuriang at his head. Sangkuriang was wounded. There was a scar in his head. She also repelled her son. Sangkuriang left her mother in sadness. Many years passed and Sangkuriang became a strong young man. He wandered everywhere. One day, he arrived at his own village, but he did not realize it. There he met Dayang Sumbi. At the time, Dayang Sumbi was given an eternal beauty by God, so she stayed young forever. Both of them did not know each other, so they fell in love and then they decided to marry. But then Dayang Sumbi recognized the scar of Sangkuriang's head. She knew that Sangkuriang was his son. It was impossible for them to marry. She told him, but he did not believe her. He wished that they marry soon. So Dayang Sumbi gave a very difficult condition. She went Sangkuriang to build a lake and a boat in one night. She said she needed that for honeymoon. Sangkuriang agreed. With the help of Jenny and the spirit, Sangkuriang tried to build them. By midnight, he had finished the lake by building a dam in Citarum River. Then they started building the boat. It was almost dawn when he nearly finished it. Meanwhile, Dayang Sumbi kept watching on them. She was very worried when she knew this, so she made light in the east. Then the spirit thought that it was already dawn. It was time for them to leave. They leave Sangkoryang alone. Without their help, he could not finish the boat. Sangkoryang was very angry. He kicked the boat. Then the boat turned out the Mount Tangkuban Parahu. It means boat upside down. From a distance, it looked like a boat upside down. In the text that I read earlier, I have chosen 10 words to explain the pronunciation. The first is called in the paragraph, but she called not the need. Called includes the word short vowels. Short vowel sound is a vowel pronunciation that is the sound of a letter, rather than the name of the vowel in the alphabet. The position of the mouth in the pronunciation of the word called is that the tongue is in the center of the tongue is back, and the lips are round with the jaw made close. The second is live. In the paragraph, then they live in small village. The word live includes a long vowel sound. Long vowel is a vowel sound that is pronounced the same way as the name of the letter itself. The position of the mouth in the pronunciation the word live is that the tongue is in front and the lips are spread with the jaw closed. The third is deer. In the paragraph, she asked Sangkoryang to hunt for a deer. Deer is the same as live, which includes long vowel sound. The position of the mouth in pronouncing the word deer is that the tongue is in front and the lips are widened with the jaws closed. The word is much. In the paragraph, she liked weaving very much. The word much is included in the affricative consonant sound, a consonant sound that consists of a plosive and then affricative made in the same place in the mouth. The tongue is placed in a alveolar arch behind the teeth, blocking airflow into the vocal tract. The closure is released, sending a burst of air that is characteristic of a voice. Alveolar stop. On release, the tongue moves back slightly to a post-alveolar fricative position. The tongue, teeth, and alveoli rise from a narrow constriction. A fourth stroke is the narrowing, producing post-alveolar fricative. The fifth is groan in the paragraph heard till fell to the groan. The word groan is included in the diphthong sound. Diphthong is a vowel that contains two different vowel sounds is one syllable. The word diphthong comprises which means two in Greek and phthong which means sound. Therefore, diphthong means to sound. The position of the mouth is pronouncing the word groan is that the tongue is in front and with the jaw open. The C is heard in the paragraph that it was two months heard. Just like the word groan, the word heard is a diphthong sound. The position of the mouth when pronouncing the word groan is that the tongue is in front and the jaw is in the mind. The seventh is beautiful. In the paragraph, "We had a beautiful doctor." The word beautiful is included in the plosive consonant. Plosive consonants are defined as consonant sound which involve first a structure of the mouth that allows no air to escape from the vocal tract, and second, the compression and release of the air. The position of the mouth in plosive consonant is to bring both lips, narrow the lips. The A is the word very in the paragraph select living very much. The word very is included in the approximant consonant. Approximant consonant is a consonant that sounds in some ways like a vowel. For example, literal approximant, like the sound for L in the English word like, the sound for R in the English word like, and the semi-vowels like the sound for Y in the yes, and the sound for we and wet. The ninth is the word there. In the paragraph, there was a scar in his head. The word there is included in the fricative consonant. Fricative consonant is a consonant sound such as English for or V is forced by bringing the mouth into position to block the passage of the airstream, but not making complete closure, so that air moving through the mouth generates audible friction. The position of the mouth in fricative consonant is the tongue against the teeth. The last in the word name in the paragraph, her name was Dayang Sumbi. The word name is included in the nasal consonant. Nasal consonant is a consonant whose production involves a loud and closure in the oral cavity so that air flows or through the nose. That's my explanation of some of the words pronunciation practice. Sorry if there are many mistakes, and thank you, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.